Hey guys, it's ya boy, or girl. I'm not sure. This video we will be discussing werewolves, specifically, the ancient Greek myth about them. It starts with a religious king named Lycaon. You see, Lycaon was special, but not in a weird way. His father happened to be Pelasgus, who was one of the first humans, and the ancestor of a mythical race called the Pelasgians, which were the inhabitants of Greece before the Greeks. Anyway, Lycaon eventually grew up to be a strong, powerful man, and the king of Arcadia. When he did become king of Arcadia, every woman wanted a piece of him. He probably wouldn't have got a minute of sleep, with their mesmerizing looks and hypnotic glares. Oh yeah, and did I mention most of them were nymphs too? Now this guy, he was pretty full of himself, and why wouldn't he be? He had an entire kingdom under his control, the cities of which had been founded by his sons. He had millions of women who adored him, and even had a humongous temple dedicated to Zeus. That last thing is important, as he was obsessed with Zeus, and gave his offerings every single day. But what he offered was a tad bit strange. Lycaon sacrificed a roasted child, and I don't know if he knew, but the gods don't take too kindly to that, especially Zeus. Not noticing the problem, the king of the gods ate his way through his meal, but did taste something wrong. Must be taste buds, he thought, and continued to eat Lycaon's offerings. Rumors began to spread, and gossip was whispered about Lycaon's tendency to burn his babies. Zeus wouldn't believe the mere gossip of a scurry of humans though, he needed to see for himself. So, he disguised himself as a beggar, but unfortunately, happened to accidentally appear right on the king's land. Lycaon's guards were disgusted by this beggar's rudeness, and immediately dragged him away to be executed the next morning. At Zeus' last dinner before he was set off to be killed, the other prisoners and him were served a range of mystery meat. Taking a bite out of a chicken sandwich, Zeus felt his stomach react with an outburst of puke, that defiantly wasn't chicken. "What's in this?" he asked a guard, who smirked gleefully. "Breast," the guard replied, chuckling, but Zeus didn't get the joke. "Chicken breast," he wondered, examining it closer. The guard shook his head. "Just breast," he repeated. Then the truth hit Zeus' head like a brick, and he almost passed out in shock. A human had served him another human? He was outraged. In an overwhelming temper, Zeus instantly revealed his true form, causing the many people in the room to lurch out in pain as their eyes melted at the sight of him. Lycaon entered the dinner hall of meat to see what all the fuss was about, and with the flick of his wrist, Zeus cast a curse upon him. For a moment Lycaon stood completely still, and nothing moved, until a blood-curdling scream escaped his mouth and his bones began to break and remake. Then his limbs began to elongate and twist. Then the hair that was upon his head, along with other places, covered his entire body. In a matter of seconds, there was no more of the king of Arcadia, only a ferocious, bloodlust beast. And that is the story of Zeus, and the first werewolf. In part 2, I intend to further discuss the art of lycanthropy, but for now, that's it. You probably want to stop listening to me by now, and so I say a goodbye to my people. And don't forget, dinosaurs were carnivores, at least some of them were.